What's going on? Welcome back, everybody. Today in Ramblin' Hoops, playing tournament. At least the first half of the play-in tournament has gone down. Um, Tomorrow is the game for the 8th seed. Um, so I think I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna predict these two games, just because I actually have seen how these teams have at least played one game. So I thought I'd give my opinion. I saw the Hawks versus Orlando game and was honestly very disappointed because I said in the last video um that Orlando was just going to be out of the playoffs and they win the first game. But I also really wasn't predicting Cole Anthony to have the game he did, or Anthony Black, really. I expected more from Anthony. I expected more, or I expected what Anthony Black and Wendell Carter Jr. both did. I just didn't expect Cole Anthony to have the performance that he had. Paolo didn't shoot well. But I know Trae Young also. No. Trae Young did not struggle, but he did get ejected. I thought it was really funny. How and what he was doing when he got ejected and tossed. But yeah, it just, you can't, I understand the game was getting frustrating and it was never really a close game to begin with. But you know what? Maybe he needed to do that. Maybe he needed to get thrown out of the game and show his team, like he's about that. Let's win. Let's go into the next game and let's win. So I think the Hawks might have a shot. Might have a shot. Okay, on to the Grizzlies Warriors game. This was honestly the only game that really had a lot going on, or that was really a competitive game. Jimmy Butler, my goodness. My goodness, it is so good to see him play. It's not playoff basketball, but it's postseason basketball. It's so good to see Jimmy Butler play postseason basketball. And my goodness, did he go crazy, bro. 38 points. I mean, I really didn't like the Jimmy Butler trade at first, but I keep watching him play, man, and I love it. I love what he I love how he helps his team. I really do. And then, Stephen Curry is just Stephen Curry. At one point, the camera cut to him nodding his head after I think Desmond Bane made a three. And it was kind of one of those okay, all right. And gosh, I love watching. And I love that Curry and Butler are both playing together because they are so much fun to watch in the playoffs. And now they're on the same team. So that's pretty sweet. Gary Payton, GP2, deserves some love, I think. I think he came out and he hooped. He was playing immaculate defense. And Quentin Post hitting 3 big threes. And again, dude, Jimmy Butler was just so amazing. So amazing to watch. So good to see him playing again in the postseason. Ja, I'm hoping he plays tomorrow, because he wasn't playing that bad before he ended up rolling his ankle. But I hope he can play tomorrow, because that changes a lot for the Grizzlies if he does not play tomorrow. He managed to play through in the rest of the game, but his energy kind of seemed off. Bane dropped 30. Bane played pretty good. Jaren Jackson Jr. played really good in the beginning of the game, but just I kind of just fell off. Like the only other like player really helping out Bane and Ja was Santi Aldama, who, other than that 5 second call that ended up losing them the game, he played really well. And the officiating was definitely kind of weird throughout the whole game on both ends. I mean, it was just I the refs so far from what I've gathered on these games, they have been kind of all over the place, and I'm hoping we can get some decent officiating because right now it is not looking good at all. Not looking good at all. Um the Bulls Heat, man. My goodness, bro. My goodness. I just I could tell the Bulls wanted to win, but man, their defense was just my God. But it also didn't help that Tyler Hero didn't miss a shot in the first half. Cause man, he was going crazy. I I honestly I've always been a big Tyler Hero fan, but I really did believe when he won Six Man of the Year, I really did think he was just gonna stay like the Heat six man. I thought that's just how it was gonna roll. So I really like that. I really love it for him that he is kind of playing this first role, or that he is playing this first option role on the Heat. I really like that for him. Um but yeah, it the Heat couldn't miss and the Bulls just couldn't play defense. They were really, really lazy. Like the offense was getting it going, and then they ended up plateauing, but like their defense was just never really there. It was honestly a really sad display of defense. Okay, on the Kings and Mavs. Um, Anthony Davis. Thank goodness. Thank goodness you are back. You are healthy. Oh, I also want to state something earlier. Actually, now that I'm remembering, I don't know why I thought Jalen Johnson was playing. I don't know why in the last video I said that. I apologize. I don't know what came over me. I don't know why. I really don't know why I thought that. So that's on me. So Anthony Davis played really well. I thought he relied on these. He just kept forcing these jumpers, dude. He just kept forcing them. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, go to the paint, bro. Like, just go to the. You are bigger than this guy. You know how to like maneuver around this guy. Go to the paint. But no, he played pretty good. And then Klay Thompson to just kind of help him out, man. I mean, what was it? I think it was four threes, like just a run by himself in like 4 minutes. He hit a three in each minute of that 4 minute span. It was nuts. And then Brandon Williams, who I'm not really familiar with. I've seen that he has played. He played near the end of the season. Um, but he came in and killed it. Killed it. It's his second year in the league. Brandon Williams, 17 points, shot 3 of 4 from 3, had 5 assists. 5 assists. All with a plus 24 plus or minus. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. He definitely came out and helped the Mavericks out against the Kings. And speaking of the Kings, man, I really don't know what their future's gonna look like, man. Like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, obviously they need a point guard, but like, they can't. Dude, this is like, this is miserable to watch. Miserable. gosh, man, like it's so sad. Keegan Murray just he was I was thinking we were gonna get a Keegan Murray game because he started off shooting pretty well, but my goodness, he just disappeared. He disappeared. I think he has eight. I think he scored 8 points, and he made more than half of those points in the first few minutes of the game. And then Domas, man. Don't I have never really seen Domas that uncomfortable before. He struggled. I mean, the Mavs centers, the Mavs bigs played Domas. They played excellent defense on Domas. He just could not find and get comfortable scoring. The Mavs, honestly, like I kind of figured the Mavs were gonna win this. In my prediction video, I didn't even predict um like that this matchup because I think the Grizzlies are gonna I thought the Grizzlies and the Warriors were gonna make the playoffs, and I still believe that. So why don't we go on? I'm gonna predict these next two games. I didn't make um that bracket like I said I would. I'll have time over this weekend. I haven't had time. I have an exam tomorrow. I haven't had time this week to get to that. So I apologize. But I will get it done this weekend. I promise. Okay. On to the predictions. So we have the first round, Heat versus Hawks. As much as I would like to say like Trae Young is like being a role model and showing his team like he's willing to get ejected and thrown out of the game, I don't I honestly think, you know, what I was saying earlier, I was just kind of bullshitting. Like I think he did that because he was just pissed off. Um so I just in the Hawks are hurt. So I understand like they don't have some of their key players, like Capella's not playing and Jalen Johnson's out. I might be missing another injury. I can't think of off the top of my head. But like I thought the role players would definitely need to step up. Karis LeVert, Georges Niang, um, Double O plays well. Dyson's gotta be a little more aggressive, um, because he's gonna have to either be the second or the third option since Jalen Johnson's out. So Trae Young is the first option, and then he's got, Riza Shea, Daniels, and Okongwu to also try to help him out scoring, and that's just gonna be other than Double O, like Dyson Daniels is gonna have to step up as that. No, because then Double O, I think Double O can step up. Double O, yeah, because Double O's been shooting those threes, but like the scoring for literally anybody else other than Trae Young has got to be better because he's not going to be able to do everything himself. He's 6'1" on a good day. You know what I mean? Like, I think the Heat are just going to win this matchup, though. I think Tyler Hero just balled out, dude. Absolutely destroyed the Bulls. So I just think Hero is, if he could give 72% of last night's game, they can win. If Bam plays a little more aggressive and takes better looks and better shots, the Heat are definitely going to win this series for sure. and I think the Heat are gonna win, and they're gonna go on to face the Cavs and lose. On to Mavs and Grizzlies. Um, I think the Grizzlies are gonna win this. I don't really. I just the Mavs and the Kings are just like. There's times where I really like the play-in tournament, and then there's other times where I'm like, there was literally no point in this. Like the 9 and the 10th seed, they just like they don't compare to 8 from 1 to 8. They just don't. 1 to 8 all are good matchups. 9 and 10 just like they wouldn't really give you a good series, and I don't mean to discredit those guys, and I'm not trying to, but I just thought like the Grizzlies are gonna win this. Like even if Ja doesn't play, you still have Desmond Bain and Triple J. On top of that, you can have a big game from Scottie Pippen Jr., Zach Edey, who got horsed kind of in that Warriors game, did have a lot of rebounds. So I think he had 16. Really, really solid rebounding night from him. Just like the Grizzlies are just so much better. PJ just needs, like PJ Washington, like the only time I've ever seen him shoot good is against the Thunder. That hurts me to say that. I got a jersey, you know, but I haven't seen PJ be able to shoot good against any other team. Is AD gonna keep forcing these weird deep twos for some reason instead of just backing somebody down and hitting a close fadeaway? On top of that, is Clay gonna shoot 0 of 10 like last year? Okay, all right. Now I'm hating. I'm just saying. I'm 90% sure John Morant comes back. I'm 80% sure Desmond Bain is gonna have probably a slightly worse game, but slightly worse than 30 points, 22 points, 24 points. Zach Edey and Triple J are going to be patrolling the paint. So I just don't think the Mavs have this. I think the Grizzlies are just a much better matchup. However, I don't think the Grizzlies have a shot against the Thunder, but I just think the Grizzlies are a much better matchup. So I'm taking the Heat and I'm taking the Grizzlies as my predictions. All right, so that's it for this episode of Ramblin' Hoops. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. That'd be pretty cool of you. Yeah, that's it. I hope you all have a good weekend, and let's get ready for the playoffs, guys. Yes. Deuces.